Today's episode of the Bizzarp podcast is brought to you by Audible. Audible.com is the internet's leading audiobook provider, offering users thousands of audiobooks from some of your favorite authors. They also have a pretty sweet deal for you too. To get in on this sweet deal, you can go to www.audibletrial.com/Bizzarp to start your first month free and get a free audiobook in the process. Just click on the link in the description below or type in www.audibletrial.com/Bizzarp.
Bizzarp.
Hello and welcome to the Bizzarp Podcast, episode 22. We are your hosts. I'm Davey.
I'm Marc.
I'm Amanda.
Come geek out with us. Tonight's show is going to be about a bunch of stuff. Between Pewdiepie and virtual bears, Game of Thrones, the Wachowski brothers becoming the Wachowski sisters, we couldn't just pick one, and there's even more than that. The Bizzarp Podcast is part of the Bizzarp Network. You can find this podcast and other goodies at Bizzarp.com. That's Bizzarp.com.
What's
What's
up?
up?
So,
how is everyone?
Good.
this is kind of a new one for Amanda and I, because we're recording sitting right next to each other on a splitter.
Because Davey's computer died.
Well, not died, but it's...
Alright, it has terminal, stage 4 cancer. Alright, everybody,
Damn.
God, it just turns off now. It used to turn off if you did anything hardcore, WoW. It'd be no, we're not doing this, and it would go off. Now, it just goes off.
Yeah.
So, yeah, stage 4 terminal cancer. So, we're sharing my laptop in a splitter.
Until I can fix it.
Who knows, man, that poor thing.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to take it out back and shoot it.
It is an old son of a bitch.
It is. I've had it for a good 8 years or so without really upgrading
You've had
anything.
it for a while. Yeah.
Well, I've upgraded the video card, but not by much.
Yeah, we're gonna have to take it out back and shoot it. Poor thing.
So,
Alright, let's jump in. What do we... Indie games?
Yeah. Bear Simulator is a thing?
Yeah, Goat Simulator.
Yeah, there's Goat Simulator. Someone made a bear simulator. And I think they crowdfunded it and everything. Got all the funds, made the game, put it out. And a whole bunch of people were excited for it. A whole bunch of people played it and put it on YouTube. RPG Minx, Markiplier, and Pewdiepie.
yeah.
Even Game Grumps play it. They love it. But Pewdiepie tore that game apart. I haven't watched that video of him playing it, but apparently he just fucking mocked the game the whole time and just made... it was just I don't know. Apparently he just made it sound like it was the worst game ever made, and it really just kind of broke the developer's spirit, and he was like, I can't do it. I just...
Aww.
Yeah, it's kind of sad, really. He had really big hopes and aspirations for this game, and he was really into doing all these things for it, and the reviews that came back, especially from people higher up like PewDiePie and stuff that are in the gaming world, kind of just, he was just at this rate I can't fix it to make it good enough.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and PewDiePie named the video of it the PSA of "Don't buy this game. It's not funny."
Wow.
And yeah, that just kind of sets the tone right there.
So he basically, I bet he was hoping for a goat simulator with bears, and it wasn't that, so he was pissed off.
Huh.
Jesus.
Well, and I don't think it was just the video that was made. The article says that it was based on the drama that was stirred up because of the whole thing. So it wasn't just, it was the aftermath of it as well. But, I don't know, it just seems odd that a critic would be able to break someone's spirit.
But yeah, I mean, I guess it was that he had a lot of negative feedback on it and not a lot of positive. And that's why I firmly believe, like, if you really like something, give that person that like, or, leave a comment or something, because a lot of people just don't do it. Even if you're really into it, but, everybody who has an opinion about, like, a negative opinion is going to post it.
Right.
Yeah. So you might have a lot of positive support, and you just don't feel like it, because the only people that are actually, like, commenting and, like, saying stuff are, you guys know what I mean. So definitely, if you like something, especially something like, like Bizzarp, like, every positive comment we get means the world to us. Every like we get, every follow we get, it means the world to us, and it's what keeps us going. But as a creator of stuff, you've really just you've got to plow through it.
Yeah.
And keep going, and realize that, negative people are going to be more vocal than the people that are there to support them.
That's very true.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, on to happy things. Well, I don't necessarily know if Game of Thrones should be considered happy, but here we are, guys.
All right, so...
I'm glad it's back, but that is such a depressing show now, man.
Such as it's veered so far off.
Yeah,
but
I mean, that's
like your dad's. I haven't read the books. You were telling me like about the whole thing with Bran and the guy in the tree, and
very different. Like, they totally left out Cold Hands, who took Bran to the tree, was a fucking White Walker.
The trailer.
No, I haven't seen it yet, unfortunately.
Okay, because at the very end of the trailer, you see Bran standing out in the snow outside of the tree, and there's a White Walker there, and people are wondering if that's supposed to be
Cold Hands.
Yeah.
Huh.
But yeah, besides that, though, one of the things they're doing to like promote the show is they create a website where you can like take a picture on the website of yourself, and it adds your face to the Hall of Faces.
Yeah, that's so odd.
That's kind of cool. It's just a silly thing and it like uploads like a little 7-second video to YouTube that you can share with your friends of like it revealing your face in the Hall of Faces. It's kind of cool. It's silly. It's just a fun thing to do, and it just promotes the show.
Yeah, there's a lot of funny ones. Like, let's see. There's one of oh god,
George R. R. Martin.
George R. R. Martin. Jesus.
Yeah.
Geordi from Star Trek.
Yeah.
Comic book guy. Worst face ever.
Yeah.
So there's some pretty funny
ones. Yeah, that's
ones.
cool. And I mean, I think they did that mainly because they know that, like, I was only watching last season mainly for Arya and what her whole deal was with the Hall of Faces. That shit was super interesting and cool to me.
I am
most of the rest of the season I didn't really care about.
We're so far behind. I think I've only seen like the first 2 episodes of last season.
Oh man.
Yeah. I think what I want to do is right before it comes out, I want to marathon the whole season. That way it's like fresh, and I'm like, yes, more Game of Thrones.
It wasn't bad, but there's parts that were super infuriating.
It seemed like it kind of drug on for a lot of folks too, almost. Yeah. Like that's the way that part of the book really went. Like that, the 4th book was like fucking pulling my teeth out to keep me reading. Like
at the same time, there's also like drama going on between the show and people because of the Sansa rape scene. Yeah.
That I heard about that and the shitstorm that came out of that.
Well, that didn't need to happen. That was just literally there for shock value.
And that's a problem. And there's plenty of shock value in that fucking show, man.
Exactly. They already have a huge captive audience. They don't need to shock people like that anymore to try and keep things going.
Yeah. I think that maybe this is a good reminder because that really turned against them because it's just like maybe
lost a lot of viewers after that.
Because everybody really you don't really run into a lot of people like at the beginning there were a shit ton of people that hated Sansa because she was a fucking little cunt. This little bitch, but she kind of at least from where I was, she was turning into her own player and her own piece in the game that wasn't a pawn. And you're just starting to make this character likable, and then you're just gonna rape her for no story value?
Yeah.
People were like, what? Like, isn't it enough, like, with what happened with O'Brien? Like, there's so much, like, shit that happens that's heartbreaking. You don't need to fucking shoehorn more of it in there.
Yeah. I am excited, though, in the trailer, it shows, like, the Lannisters going to war with, like, the church.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and, like, basically, like, her cousin or whatever, who's a monk in the church thing, is like, you have to move, da da da, and then the mountain in his gold armor steps forward and she goes, "No, I don't."
You have to move.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cersei is not gonna be happy after the Walk of Shame. That's
Shame.
She's a real prideful bitch.
Was that in this season?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was actually a really cool scene, actually, the whole shame thing.
I'm really excited to see it because from what I've heard about it, it stayed actually pretty true to the book, and it was a pretty badass scene in the book.
Was she bald?
It was yeah.
Oh.
They did it pretty true. They made her walk butt ass naked, bald, and in the new trailer, you can see she's got like short boyish hair. Like her hair is starting to grow, obviously, but not. It's a whole
very.
lot. I knew that you'd be nervous after, because the end of season 1, when Dany came out of the fire, she had all her fucking hair.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
And that kind of pissed Davey off. I was like, I like it, because her hair is beautiful.
Right.
And magical. But I understood it, but I also understood from, like, a pleasing kind of look. Like, they probably put a bald cap on her and went, oh, I don't know if we can... This is not good.
It's her hair didn't burn because the blood of the dragon's in her DNA, and her hair has
yeah,
DNA.
like
so there. I don't know.
Fuck you, David. Okay, I could go on forever. I'm gonna get caught up. I promise.
Let's move on.
So I'm gonna take this next one.
Okay.
So there's a 3D emulator being created for classic Nintendo games. It's created by Geod Studios, Geod Studios.
Yeah, Geod or Geode.
Geode Studios.
You really pronounce that jihad?
No, not jihad.
I swear to God,
Geod.
you said jihad. Like, what
Anyway,
the fuck? Like, you're like, no, not jihad, jihad. We'll go.
Thank you.
Fucker.
This emulator, what it does is it takes like classic Nintendo games like Mario Brothers and Donkey Kong and Contra, Castlevania, and makes them 3D.
It just looks like it's from a stupid perspective, in all honesty. Like, I don't know.
You can also play Mario in first person mode.
Okay, that's kind of cool, but this, what he's showing me right now, if you guys want to go to the show notes and look at the video, it's kind of just...
Yeah.
But it just...
it's just like, it's a weird perspective. Like, for me, like, I have a hard enough time playing the side-scroller games, alright? I don't know what's wrong with me, I have a really hard time with them. That would fuck me up even more. Like...
I think
like,
first
it's just
person
kind
would
of
fuck me up the most.
I don't know, maybe like first person would help me, but I just side scrollers fuck me up, man.
Can you imagine trying to play like one of those legendary hard games like Mega Man, the first one, or Castlevania?
Like, this is Tetris. Tetris doesn't need to be in 3D. It looks stupid in 3D. Like,
it's not Tetris, it's Dr. Mario.
It's Tetris. With
No, it's
Mario
Dr. Mario.
slapped on the side.
It's Dr. Mario.
No,
Tetris
it's Dr.
does
Mario.
not have viruses.
No, and it's the...
Okay.
Anyway.
This is so... There's no reason for this to be in 3D. Like, it's just...
Well, it's not like they're selling it. They're just making it for funsies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I just...
Yeah.
just feel like there's more productive things you could be. Anyways, okay. What's this Preacher movie thing? Davey, Mark.
I'm excited.
I don't know shit about Preacher.
Okay, Mark.
I love Preacher. And you know who loves Preacher more than me? My wife. But she's not here right now, so I'll have to.
Yeah?
So.
Damn it, Mother Creepypasta. Where are you?
Her computer's broken right now.
Oh.
And we don't have a splitter.
See, I had to go buy one like an hour before the show. So.
Yeah. Basically, for those who don't know what Preacher is, you should go find it right now and read it. It's an Image comic, and it's awesome.
It's a comic?
Yeah. We've talked about it on the show before. When we were talking, I
don't think it was
Luke
there.
was on the episode, and we were talking about
Yeah.
like comics we'd like to see as movies, and one of them was Preacher. It's basically like literally the main character is like a preacher, and he's trying to like literally find God, and that's like the nice version of what it's about. There's all sorts of I don't even know where to start. It's just awesome and crazy. Like, there's a part where he finally finds God, and God like rips off his ear. They fight.
Oh God.
Huh. I've heard about. I have heard about some character in the Preacher series that has a gun that can kill anything, and he uses it to kill God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that the main character? Or?
No, I don't think it's the main character.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, Preacher's intense. I've never read it.
Very intense, and it's hard for me to describe off the top of my head. I'm thinking of like the characters. Like there's a vampire that's part of the main crew.
Good job.
Who's an Irish little badass.
Of course.
Of course.
He's
probably going to be
he's
going to be like everyone's favorite character, I think.
That's amazing. That
yeah.
sounds amazing. Like you were like a vampire, and I kind of mentally rolled my eyes, and then you were like, "He's an Irish badass," and I was like, "Whoa, back the fuck up here."
I wish Mother Creepypasta was on this, because I can't think of the words I need, and she would be able to basically tell us perfectly what.
We miss you, Mother. Come back.
Yeah. We're working on it. We're thinking about possibly taking our computer into Geek Squad and getting it all fixed up. Probably tomorrow.
Geek Squad.
Yeah. We went there before to see what the problem was with their computer, and they kind of gave us a temporary solution and told us that if we wanted to do it ourselves, just the parts alone would be $200, and then we could do it ourselves, or give it to them and let them do it, and it costs a little more. And I was like, oh yeah, we get the part, and I'll just go to Judd's and da-da-da. And then I was like, no, I never see Judd. We never have time to go over to Judd's. We never have the time to do these things when Judd's available, for that matter. So
yeah, Judd gets pretty busy.
Yeah.
So Judd's our like computer genius friend.
Yeah.
Not genius, but like out of all of us, that's what Judd does.
He's very computer savvy.
Yeah.
But so we're probably just gonna take a Geek Squad and just hand it to him and say, "Fix it, money."
Geek Squad. Money.
And then she can
Seven more.
record her own stuff on her own computer again, and and join us once again for
we do
more
love
podcasts.
Mother.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, let's move on from that.
Spider-Man.
New Civil War trailer.
That was a lot of good information, man. I think the part that really stood out for me was Scarlet having to take the Vision down. I was like, holy fuck, what the hell is happening over there? Davey kind of missed it. Like, he saw Scarlet kind of like lowering somebody, and I was like, are you shitting me? That was Vision.
I didn't notice that until like the third or fourth time I watched it, like a week.
See, I caught it the first time around.
Yeah. But
that
when I saw it, I was like,
what is this?
That might be interesting, because it I don't know, it could mean that maybe she's
They're
I
on
hope that
other
they're making
sides.
her really powerful.
She seems to be, especially with Pietro being gone. I think a lot of anger is fueling it now.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, in the
She is
comics,
really powerful.
she got to a level of powerful where she started going crazy. And they could go almost that way with it, and we could see like a House of M type situation.
Yeah, I was gonna say, she damn near wiped out all mutants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They,
Damn
I
near
think
wiped
what,
them all
after she was done, they were down to like 200 to 300 in the world.
231.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
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 No more mutants, daddy.
When a universe was like, when the Marvel universe at that time was filled, like, you could throw a rock and hit a mutant.
Oh, you're breaking.
There was more
really
mutants
bad.
than there were actual superheroes. I'd say.
Yeah, it was. The mutants were very slowly getting really close to outnumbering humans, even.
Yeah,
and
that's what I meant.
Yeah, they. It was pretty bad. That's one of my favorite comic arcs. I actually own it. I love it.
I actually haven't really read that. I haven't read that.
I would be more than happy to let you read it. I adore it.
I've always wanted to read it. I just never found it.
No, I own it. Yeah, let me do
But
it.
anyway, Civil War.
Yes.
Yeah.
Civil War.
So
Civil
we finally
War.
get to see Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He looked really bright. Like his costume was. I was like, that's maybe my phone is being stupid.
No, it was
but
a very
it looked
a
really...
brighter colored costume, which I actually kind of enjoyed.
Yeah, like normally the
sure
spider
too.
suits are
like,
kind of
everyone's-
dark.
Yeah, everyone's kind of flipping out about the eyes.
That was cool.
So Spider-Man's eyes. I'm not sure if it's like just the trailer itself with the music and shit that they chose, but it sounded very robotic, like the eyes closing. If you watch the trailer and listen to it, like it sounds like
Yeah.
as the eyes narrow, and I'm like, I don't know if I like that.
Well, it allows them to. It deals with the problem of Spider-Man's eyes
Just
moving.
randomly.
It wouldn't really make sense for it to be like Deadpool, where it just happens. It kind of, and since he's going to be on Tony's team, it kind of makes sense that he might have some kind of souped up, sensors in his mask or something, and that it can focus or something like that.
But I can see what Mark's going with. This. That
silly.
sound kind of constantly going off could be annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, because it's moving with his eyes. That would be super annoying and just useless. Like, why does it have to change depending on how his eyes are looking? Like, if he's squinting or not.
It's going to
that's
give him
dumb.
more facial expressions like it did Deadpool.
And if Tony's going to trick out his suit, just put in the Iron Spidey suit.
Yes, I think that they think that's a little too far, though, but I would love to see the
I
Iron
don't give a
Spider.
shit.
Oh.
Well, it was during Civil War that he had
It was, but this is Marvel's first introduction
Yeah.
of him. I think they want to stick to as close to normal Peter Parker as they can.
Well, right, and we got to remember that this was a very quick glimpse at him.
Yeah.
So that could be very early in the movie, and he might get the Iron Spidey costume, but I don't know if
I don't think so.
I don't think
they'll
so
go
either.
with that, which is kind of sad. I wish they would.
It's so cool.
But
they might incorporate it later, like in other movies.
Yeah.
That could be cool.
yeah,
That, for anybody who doesn't know, the Iron Spidey suit is something that Tony made Peter a suit and like tricked it out, and it was really badass. But Tony put a
I especially liked when
Tony's a dick.
Tony put a failsafe so that it would just lock up, and when he tried to do it, it didn't work.
yeah.
But Peter was just like, hey, Tony, I'm also, like a scientist, and I like to fuck around with gadgets. Why wouldn't I have found this and changed it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because everybody forgets that Peter Parker is very smart.
Yeah, like, I know that there for a while there was like rankings of the smartest of them.
Yeah.
Of different players like Reed and Iron Man and Amadeus Cho and all that. But like, for how smart they are, they're kind of smug about it. And so they think that their smarts are going to get them through it, and then it's like, oh yeah, there's other people who are smart as me or close to as smart as me who Yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't know, and it's something that, like, has never really terribly been prominent in the movies. Like, he's not stupid, but he's also not, like, with the exception of maybe the Andrew Garfield, because he made his suit and his webs. So that was kind of I don't know. I don't feel like it's ever been, like, really shown very well. So people just kind of forget that Peter's, like, ridiculously smart, too.
Yeah.
Then he has a job as a photographer. You don't really get to... But he can't take on anything serious. Because at a moment's notice, he's got to be able to take his clothes off and be Spider-Man.
But about the movie,
okay.
The actor who's playing Spider-Man, Mark, have you seen anything about this guy?
Really young.
No, I haven't looked into it at all. I don't really care.
Okay. What I like about him is he is really young, which is annoying that they're going with an even younger Spider-Man. But he's an actual gymnast. He actually is going to be able to do a lot of the stunts. And
that's cool.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. He can actually...
There'll be a certain movement to him, though.
Yeah.
There's a certain fluidity that I think he'll have that a lot of other people won't. Like, where the other two people that play Peter Parker kind of won't.
Yeah.
What's his next? Tobey Maguire? No.
Yeah, Tobey Maguire.
That's it? That sounds... Okay.
No.
Mark? Is it Tobey Maguire?
Yeah.
The first Spider-Man?
Maguire.
That just sounds stupid. I don't know why. Yeah. He was kind of... I don't know, the way
I was letting you guys work it out.
Like, come on, you can figure it out. I believe in you. I don't know, it just sounds stupid.
No one likes those movies, so it's alright.
No. Spider-Man 3 pisses me off to a level that probably shouldn't exist, but... Ooh, we should have put in here that we should talk about the Venom movie.
Oh, yeah, apparently there are...
Next episode.
Yeah.
There's too much stuff to go do.
Okay.
Alright, so...
Let's move on to the next thing.
We'll talk about it when we know more about it. I'm not going to talk about it until I see the trailer and see how they talk.
Anyway, so I think we should
I
go...
will refuse to see it. If he refers to himself as we, perfect, okay. But if he doesn't, fuck that movie.
He better be Buffy, too, man. God damn it.
Yeah, buff as fuck.
Like, he was so fucking, Anyways, alright, no, we're gonna
Unless they're going with, like, Matt Gargan.
Ugh.
Oh, that would be so annoying if they... I don't want to see that. They need a proper Venom origin.
Eddie? Yeah.
Alright, anyways, I think we should skip down to Jake being cast in the Dark Tower, but that's just my personal opinion here.
That's fine.
Okay.
Jake, they finally casted Jake in the Dark Tower. Davey, go, flip out.
Alright, so, the character
That's not flipping out. I figured you'd be freaking out by now.
He got it all out of his fucking system.
Yeah, I've already... Yeah, I already had my nerdgasm.
I'm gonna choke him out, man. Just
time
this movie comes out.
I mean, this role I didn't freak out so much about when they said that Aaron Paul might be cast in the Dark Tower and might be Eddie. That was what me that just gave me a giant.
My pants.
Yeah.
I need to get that on my phone and just start playing it whenever you have those moments.
No, you can't do that. It's a copyrighted song. We will get sued.
No, not necessarily in the podcast, just in general.
Oh, okay.
We'd rather not get sued.
No, because he talks about like we go to D&D on Wednesdays, and there's a whole bunch of Dark Tower fans who don't really like follow too closely with this stuff. Like my mom just now figured out that Iris Ebra was cast as Roland, and that he's black. Oh. Like she just now figured that out, and she did not believe us. She had to go look it up. I was like, yeah, Roland's going to be black. And she was like, no. She thought it was Matthew McConaughey as Roland.
No.
Nah.
My mother. But I'm just going to, like, download it to my phone and start playing it when you get like that.
Let me have this.
No.
But the character Jake Chambers has been cast, and he's this unheard of kid named Tom Taylor who's going to play him. I was kind of hoping for the kid from Ender's Game, but whatever.
They're spending too much money.
What's his name? Hugo something?
Yeah, I don't remember.
I think that for the Dark Tower, the more underrated actors that they can find, the better. And they're really hiring some over-the-top people. Like, not over-the-top, but there's a lot of big people being cast in this.
Yeah.
And, I mean, they gotta...
Well, it is a Stephen King film. It's going to...
No, I know, but...
they can afford the big-name actors, because...
I know that, but I feel like the movie itself is just gonna do better without... I'm happy for Iris Ebra. He's probably honestly maybe more like a B. I don't know. He's really not. People really don't know him in a lot of stuff yet. I feel like it's kind of a perfect balance. Matthew McConaughey kind of makes me mad, but
he's not. Idris Elba is. He's not the kind of big name actor to dominate a movie and just Tom Cruise it all over the place.
Yeah, it's nice to see that. But somebody who's well established.
Even Matthew McConaughey, who's I would say a bigger star than Idris Elba. He
by a lot.
I mean, he has shown that he's lately had really amazing acting chops, and he's not going to,
I just can't get over seeing. I just imagine him Magic Miking it, and it just. I really need to watch Dallas Buyers Club or something, because every time I think of Matthew McConaughey, I think of Magic Mike, and that is unfortunate.
Or
all right.
Yeah.
I know it's gonna be awesome. I know that he can pull that performance off, but
is Matthew McConaughey gonna have any voiceovers in Dark Tower?
Oh. Anyways.
Because that'd be hilarious.
Oh. Alright, but just let everybody know that Davey is jizzing his pants. Just more and more information.
No, but think about it. The scene starts, the beginning of the movie, and it's just a desert wasteland, and you see Idris Elba's trekking through towards that little rest stop where he first meets Jake, and then Matthew McConaughey's voice as the Man in Black is talking about the gunslinger following him, coming upon it. And I could totally see it.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Oh please no! Those commercials are horrible. That's the other. There's two things that I think of when I think of Matthew McConaughey right now. Most of it is Magic Mike. The other half of it is those car commercials, man.
Yeah.
And I drove BMWs before they paid me to.
Right. And the South Park making fun of him, this is all I can think, and I'm just they cast this as the I know there's way other stuff that I should associate him with,
and SNL,
but this is what I think and why I go, oh God, what have they done?
Their anniversary, they did a Celebrity Jeopardy.
God,
and he showed up.
Oh,
did you record that before you came on the show? Yes, I did. So, one half of the directing team of The Matrix came out as trans, Lily Wachowski, 8 years after the other half of the directing team came out as trans. So now instead of the Wachowski brothers, we have the Wachowski sisters.
Yeah, and wasn't there some controversy?
Which is super awesome. I don't think there was any controversy about it. The controversy was that Lily didn't really want to come out yet. Wasn't ready to come out. But reporters that were trying to talk to her were calling her out on it and threatening to tell the world about it. So she did a preemptive strike and just came out and said, "No, I'm trans. Fuck these reporters for making me come out before I was ready." But
poor girl.
I am, yeah. But I'm excited. One of the things I thought of with this is, is it, I'm trying to think of a good phrasing. Basically, the director of Orange is the New Black, while filming Orange is the New Black, just realized that she herself was lesbian. Okay. And the whole thing about Orange is the New Black is there's a lot of lesbian scenes and stuff in there. Well, the Wachowski brothers, or now Wachowski sisters, also did Sense8 on Netflix that I'm in love with. When one of the main characters is a trans woman, and I wonder if Lily's brother becoming a trans woman and this character helped her realize that she too was a woman in a man's body. And it's just something that I thought about. Not necessarily it doesn't matter if it is or not. It's just something I thought that came into my head.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm sure that that inspired a lot of that character.
Yeah.
At the least.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, quote time?
Quote time.
Quote time.
Okay, quote time.
This is one of my favorites. Comes from Game of Thrones. And every episode, as everybody knows, if you've been with us for this long ride here, we like to end with a quote. This week's comes from Tyrion Lannister. Once you have accepted your flaws, no one can use them against you.
This has been the Bizzarp Podcast, a production of the Bizzarp Network. You can find this podcast and others at Bizzarp.com. Until next time, remember, the road to success is damn rough, so just keep moving forward.